breaking from the side. Keep your eye on that yellow one ball and the left side pocket. In fact, it wasn't heading in that direction. May not have been the contact the Seoa was looking for momentarily. First, let's have a look at what Christina... She's gone for the edge. That threatens the scratch. Oh! And early on... So Seoa is looking long rail to get position for this two ball into the bottom left pocket. And getting position for this rack will open up quite nicely for her. Looking here. Two matches, beating the German Romina Lenk in straight sets, and then success really looks like she's in focus and sharp. Just to the left of the top right pocket, so we'll just need to ensure she keeps the cue ball her side of the table, where she wanted to play the push and was looking to play to. Well, and that difficult gave Seoa a ball in hand. She's not needed asking twice here. And this will be... So Seoa took the opening rack, returns for her break. And success. So maybe not all about the power in this 10-ball break format. She's into position. Oh, and she decided to draw back for that four. Between big shot 6-7, it's very... You need to be very particular. It's a small window. Chance. Ooh. To 2. And these are quick races to 4. With the winner breaks format, it can start to run away. But the game just isn't coming to her at this early stage. She will be looking to put Seoa in trouble and just develop a bit of a better opportunity than necessarily she's been given so far. And this, the dream start for the South Korean. 2 from the 0 that have really travelled the furthest. Well, on this occasion, again, Seoa not getting that cue, the one ball cutting towards unity for Seoa to stay at the table. 2, and she's played that. As you can see from this camera angle, there is an offensive shot on, but not sure there's value in that. The 2 here, and that one-rail escape. Played that. She's got both balls travelling down the table, but what has Christina spotted? she's feathered that blue. To get cover on the 4. The only real opportunity she was given was a very, very tough one. Ooh. Seoa didn't get full cover, and that did. Good view of Seo Seoa's follow through there. Stayed down on the shot. No, elected for 1. Stunning exactly what you need to do. Now, will that cue ball run on though? You don't really see. Well, she's played what she believes to be a containing safety. Christina, happy to get back to the table, may fancy taking this. But this will be better than she'd hoped for. 0 win over Ina Kaplan again on our live stream. So we've got to see a lot of Christina, and in summary, she is playing, as we know, very, very solid, but seems to be enjoying herself as well here in Australia. In Austria, and it's careful here, but she's looking to play 1 rail onto the 1 and try and leave the cue ball behind the 8. She hasn't caught that full enough. Don't think it's locked enough to the 6 as Seoa's indicating to take away. Yeah, no, it's not. So a 2 rail, maybe even 3 rail escape. She picks up the 3rd, she needs to hit it hard, because in effect, a ball will not touch a. It can be a sore way to concede a point. But with Seo Seoa on 1 foul, Christina, if she draws 1 more, will be looking for that 3rd. And that's not bad at all. Is the perfect camera angle to see if she's successful here. Oh, in getting to this stage of the tournament, she really does work hard to get. It is always a teaming up with Tkach. I'm not convinced that them two didn't conspire. And as I mentioned, neither of these ladies looking to give their opponent an inch. A little misbehaved. Got to have a good look at both players here. Neither mid-match, just losing it for a little bit. On this occasion, the 1 ball didn't track. pick up a lot of spin off this long rail. This would be a very nice shot to make. Great improvisation. Ooh, that wasn't far away. Kristina in the last rack, running through them very nicely. So we'll be looking to return the favour here. Okay, a little bump and draw into the long rail and back out again. She has done, but she's come underneath the 4. That's what she's coming off the bottom short rail to make contact on the 4. I think she called it in the top right just as insurance. That's unlucky. Kristina's capable of. Now, routine. She's had a look at the 6. Wants it to stop. Once. Oh, checked up off the hand for Kristina here. She'll now be hoping to get on the hill first. Just making sure she's nowhere near that 8 ball. She's bridging right over it. Or getting your foot on the hill first is very advantageous. And after the start that Seoa got off to, to have made what I would say is a good comeback in this opening set, the way Seo Seoa came out. She's been patient, maybe a bit fortunate to get this opportunity. Really. Seo Seoa just paying the price for a couple of mistakes, but Kristina will take every chance she can position. Now I think she called the 4 there, or not. As I was saying, she went for that. That is not going to be good enough. Nice little look-see for Tkach. Can't stun for the 3. We'll need to move the cue ball off the long rail and back across. 2 racks. Great videos, some great instructional stuff as well. And the amount of and that's forced her into playing a safe. Looks like she's she took the latter option with success. Cue ball has run on a little. With the shot clock breathing down Seo Seoa's ear. 10 to take us all the way in this opening set. Second, and our third match being streamed over on table 3 is the matchup between Pia Filler and Nakyung Song. Pia currently leading 3-1 in their opening set. Here, I didn't hear a push. Is she looking to play to make contact with this one? No, it was a push. Did not pick up on that, and she needs to put Kristina locked up here, because otherwise, maybe. Great shot, she could see the potting angle. Impossible. So attention to that 4 ball, which doesn't have much available. Offense, attention. Oh, and that. Oh, Seo Seoa caught the 5. Visibly not happy with that, with herself, I would say. Best position to take this opening set, and what a roller coaster we've had. There still may be another loop-de-loop to go. Fighting back with a bit of grit and a lot of determination and some cool play to win 3 in a row. To get to the hill, far in this deciding rack. And this could be Seo Seoa taking this opening set in very dramatic style. Jump shot she was unsuccessful with. That should quickly turn to relief, and maybe even a little bit of joy for the best start and to take this match all the way. Will that be the difference? Well, there's a lot more aspects to consider, but the break, a big part of it. Seoa with nothing to attack. So the containing safety, can she bring the 5 in as well? That will really... I'm confident Tkach will not be too beaten up with the result from the first set. I noticed the difference in the mistakes was just 1 between the two. Needs to hit the rail and has done, because both these players able to make and get out of difficult safes for the rest, and it would be of the day. Well, we have in front of the screen. This is the place to be. So far, these ladies have not disappointed at all. Seoa had different ideas. It sadly didn't pay off for her. Christina now with the 4-6 combination and a very nice chance to get shape on the 5. Just goes to show how confident she is feeling. To have the slightest of angles to be able to bring the cue ball down table. She does. in this. Maybe feeling a bit of flow after the first set result, but Kristina finds herself getting out of the chair, and just like she has done, Austria consistently catch to break, leading 1 rack to 0, but trailing 1 set to 0. And one of them looking to avoid the 9 with the cue ball here, playing off the edge of the 1. Oh, she's played it very delicately. What a touch Kristina's played there. Safe. Could do with keeping the cue ball at this side of the table. That. Ooh, this time the save from Kristina not paying off. Legal hit. Cushion. Yeah, play. Here's getting a few claps on this table as well, I'm sure. Especially the way these two are playing. And so playing the long 5 up the rail. She played that very nicely. And I mentioned 15 here in the venue, in the Austrian Alps. One of the most picturesque locations you could have a pro billiard series. It is beautiful up here. Played that very well. Thought she was gonna be not a problem. But yes, looking good for 1-1. And as with the first set, although she did take a 2-0 lead in the first set, but it finished very, very tight and close. This second set, likewise, and the scoreline would suggest getting the better just a little. And that 2 might actually be covering. Yeah, she's played the first option. A couple of other shots like that, unless Kristina can get that cue ball out of there. It looks like she's going to try to. Needs to be careful the cue ball doesn't come back to hit her. Yeah, gets her hand out of the way. Just in time. Because if it's rail first, a ball does need to touch a cushion. Oh, definitely a ball touched a rail. Mainly because that can be an insurance call when playing a safety shot. Because, for instance... Oh. Couldn't have ball in hand for Kristina. What can she do here? This isn't the nicest of looking runouts, but for our viewers who've been following her on the live stream, she could get shape on the 5 to run the cue ball into the 7-8. But the 6 is a... No, I like that. Playing 2 or 3 different shots depending on which she prefers for position. Kristina here. Yeah, not electing. And I thought she'd done all the hard work. She's had to work a little bit harder. She is keen to not let her opponent get a bit lead in this in this crucial second set that she needs to win. And that 9 should secure this point on the board, regain the lead. And we'll bring Christina. And that is how she opened up. It has. She had a little look at that 4 ball because it's not very friendly where it's located next to the 7. But you just know the way both these players have been playing and the styles they've been bringing to this match. Stays sucked into that bottom left corner pocket, just like that. Wasn't able to take the bank angle on really. Well, then the cue ball could be tracking that direction. Like that. But not in, and that is what she's doing. Full length of the table. Oh, she's cue ball just misbehaved and has stayed down there. And a thin cut for Seo Seoa if she wants to take this on. She did. It was. Needs that 5 to come into play. She's judged that very well. Is really what separates this match for me. All great matches underway. And that has not worked out. Key is getting position on the 6 to play this 7, I feel. We've seen Christina pick apart. Putting a big shot on that. Bringing the... She needs to win this and one more. Such a seasoned player. The consistency accompanying it is... Seo Seoa, 23 years of age. And with already World Championship success back last year in the World 9 ball. So we're going to be seeing a lot of these ladies for years to come. And if we're greeted with this each time, we are in for a treat. Kristina Tkach gets... May have been a little insect wanting to get in on the action. You can go... Yeah, took the 8 combination on. Going full length of the table. I'm wondering if she's thinking of something similar here. No, this one's a little bit harder. Using the 3 to freeze the cue ball. This may be the only opportunity she's going to get in this 5th rack. Avoids the 10, into the 5. Beautiful angle to watch this shot play out. Never in doubt. Now, eyes on the 6. And this Second set will be kept alive. Oh. Just sort of gave up on the shot there. Really needed to dig into it and generate a lot of energy on the cue ball. That's gone wrong for Seo Seoa. That will be a disappointment. And what a time for it to occur. A gift for Christina. So Seoa resigning herself to the fact that we will have a third and deciding set again, and with at least 2 more racks. So Seoa to break. Making the 6. Both players now getting rewards from the break. What about that one? For this 2 ball in the same pocket, it's very thin. She's going to be asking a lot of her cue ball here. No, it wasn't on. No, plain stick. On, and that can will take the energy out of the cue ball for the 4. Oh, but needed to make sure of the pot. Which she has done. She's left herself this. She's taking it to the top left to ensure that that doesn't come into play. This could be the key shot to her taking this opening rack in the deciding set. Oh, generated great power. Be Seo Seoa's for the take-in. These players looking for a place in the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals also taking place today. That will kick off at 4 PM local time. Give you a little update as to who is getting into them. We've already seen Jasmine Ushan book her place in those quarterfinals. So keeping a home hopeful in the tournament. And Jasmine, one of the favourites you'd have to say. Match there. Mateusz Nagocki against Georgi Georgiev. So 4 exciting matches to come after this. And this one, well, no. I think I misinterpreted her body language. She didn't call the 2. Did she call the 3 railer? Because that 1 ball, oh, that was threat. This is bubbling up very nicely now. That played that at a great... It wasn't at all. Good contact. Angle. And a flush. Can she get past the 7? Only to see an edge. And this one need not be delicate. Like that, to come back out for the 5, has avoided the 7. Maybe lost a little bit of pace. On the left. Yeah, now she's just going to need to readjust and bring the cue ball back towards the left side pocket. To take the 7 into the same pocket. Doesn't want to go into that side pocket. Or will she? There was the slightest of angles. And Christina fully taking advantage of it with a fantastic cue ball. And a good recovery, you have to say. Neither player is looking to give this third set up. Kristina Tkach picking apart another nice pattern. Christina starting to get her break working. Can she continue that? She can with the 1. And she can with a shot after the break. Fantastic stuff. The 4. Well, that's as close. 9-10, a little ugly, but where that 8 ball is, every chance to promote a good position from them. This is an important opening 2 ball. Was that deep in. She take the lead in the second set. No. Not at all. I think in reflection, this is one of the real differences. Makes the 9, avoids the side pocket to get back in the lead. Piece, and Chen, this is like now just eking an advantage in the deciding set, leading 2-1. So has made the 1. It looked like she was going to draw. No, she's still needs to be played particularly. Oh, did the second kiss help? No, it didn't.
Out.
So we're looking to continue with the offense, just wasn't able to convert that difficult combination. Needs it to run. It is. It has. Shape on. And picking out the next shot. Yeah, she had to put a bit more. So Christina calling the 3 rail, but look for that cue ball to be frozen to the 8. We could see Seo Seoa back to the table. Cue ball should come up towards the 8. No, she came underneath it, which can promote the scratch. Avoided the scratch. No, no, but that's what she was looking for, using the 9 as cover. Now, Seoa with the 7 down the cushion. And the pace. Stretching a little. This 10 ball. Get on the hill, clocks. I'm sure most of you will just be joining us for the whole day of action. Now, Seo Seoa to break. Didn't make the 1 in the side this time. Is threatening the corner. After a successful break, she's been shaken her head a few times. Ooh. To avoid, and the side pocket, which it sort of did, but it took a very awkward career down. And the 4 does look available past the 10. And she will never count herself out either. Oh, I don't think she called a 7. She was going for the 5. A very important mistake at this stage of the match. It looked like Seoa had sort of talked herself out of that rack, shaking her head and showing a bit of disappointment. Maybe didn't even expect to get back to the table, but she has. And she's kept composed. This 10 ball for a place in the Bilhares Carino Women's Open quarterfinals. She has done, and a nice shake of the